And what is up, my magic malcontents? Risen Dragon here with yet another fun deck tech, and this one is Brothers War yet again. I'm working on so many decks, but this one really stands out, and this one is once more a return to our basics, Mono Black. Now, Mono Black has a lot of fun strategies to it. Our strategy here: discard early, remove early, hate the graveyard, return the graveyard if we can. So let's get into it, okay? Some new toys, Dreams of Steel and Oil. This is kind of like a, there was a card, I can't remember what it was called off the top of my head. But basically, it was like Duress, but only a creature card. This one is kind of like that. This is Dreams of Steel and Oil. The target opponent reveals their hand, you choose an artifact or creature card from it, and then you choose an artifact or creature card from their graveyard, and you exile both. Excellent graveyard hate here. Duress just gets rid of stuff as far as like non-creature, non-land cards. Evolved Sleeper, again the black version of Ascendant Spirit. Basically, excuse me, 1 black and it becomes a human cleric with base power and toughness 2/2, and then 1 and a black if it's a cleric. Put a death touch counter on it, and it becomes a Phyrexian human cleric and becomes a 3/3, and then it we go from there, 2 black and 1 any. If Evolved Sleeper is a Phyrexian, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Then you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Well, that's okay. As far as drawing cards are concerned, you'll see in a minute. We go for the Throat, destroy target non-artifact creature. Misery Shadow, if a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. And it's pumpable. So, yeah, good stuff. All you gotta do is tap 1, and it becomes a +1/+1. Graveyard Trespasser. Again, we exile cards from a graveyard. And you might be saying, well, what's the interaction here? Well, here's the thing. We only are running 2 of these, 3 of these. We get a few things down. When this comes into play, hopefully we'll get rid of stuff by then. But anyways, you can see my logic. It's kind of circular and weird, but it works. But basically, if a creature card is exiled this way, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. And whenever it attacks, on the flip side, you do the same. We are running Gix, Yawgmoth Praetor. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, its controller may pay 1 life. If they do, draw a card. And then we are at 3 black and 4 others. Discard X cards. Exile the top X cards of target opponent's library. You may play lands and cast spells from among cards exiled this way without paying their mana costs. Excellent, excellent card here. We can draw cards. We lose life, but if we've got Sheoldred on the board, we can do some fun stuff with it. Lila the Veil, we all know what she does. We discard a card, -2 target player sacrifices a creature, and then her ultimate is separate all permanents target player controls into 2 piles. That player sacrifices all permanents in the pile of their choice. We are running 3 Sheoldred. Again, whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. Whenever an opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. We're running 3 Cruelty of Gixes. Okay, we can, again, exile or discard cards. We can search our library for cards, and we lose 3 life, and then we can put target creature from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Good stuff here. Invoke Despair, again, sacrifice a creature. If they can't, they lose 2 life, and you draw a card, and then you repeat the process for an enchantment and a planeswalker. And our final toy from the Brothers War is Phyrexian Fleshgorger. It has Prototype. And it is a 7-drop, but that's okay. Prototype, we can play it for a 3/3. It's got Menace, Lifelink, and Ward, and the Ward is pay life equal to Phyrexian Fleshgorger's power. This card is absolutely bonkers. Alright, absolutely nuts if you can get this down early enough. Now, sideboard, we are running 3 cut downs. We are running an extra Dreams of Steel and Oil. We're running an extra Duress, an extra Graveyard Trespassers, 2 Soul Transfers, 2 Choking Miasmas, 2 more Lils, and 3 Paths of Peril. So this is my Mono Black build, and if you are new to my channel, what we do is we do a best of 1, then we do a best of 3, just so you can see how the deck functions in both matchups. So without further ado, let's get to the games. We are against Trisso86 for our best of 1 matchup. This is a good keep, actually, because we can do some fun stuff here. We'll keep. Let's see what Trisso86 is playing. Hope you are enjoying your day. Today, I'm recording this on a Sunday. So, World Cup is starting in a little bit. I'm hoping to get grocery shopping in before that happens. But, the way it's looking, probably not. Alright, I'm getting a little concerned about some things here. So, I'm going to do this. I'm going to see what you got in your hand there, sir. Okay, well, interesting. Alright, so I'm thinking this is some sort of resurrection deck. And there we go, okay. And we're just gonna swing in. This temporary lockdown, I'm a little bit concerned about. Yeah. So, that might be a problem. But they don't have any... Okay, Faithful Manders. Oh yeah, this is a reanimator. Fun stuff. Okay, well, guess what? We're gonna Graveyard Hate the heck out of this. Boom. Can do that. You're gonna have to do something about that. You're gonna have to do something about my Graveyard Trespass, or else, you're gonna find yourself in some trouble here. Yep. Yep, that's exactly what they do. Okay, so they'll discard a card. Okay, there's that. Alright, fun stuff. So, see, Misery Shadow, we can do that. Just evolve these. They're gonna have to do the temporary lockdown. There's no other way around it. They're gonna have to do that. Unless... Yeah, there it is. Okay, that's fine. So we do this. I do want to do this. Reveal the hand. Okay, one with the multiverse. They don't have the combo yet. Okay, Faithful Manders. Okay. Zur. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see. Little of the Veil. We are going to Invoke Despair. They're going to have to figure out which ones they want to let go. Okay, the Leyline Binding is fine, because what we can do now is we can get rid of one with the multiverse. I'm okay with that. Faithful Manders again. Okay. Again, the Graveyard Hate is strong in this deck. So they got rid of their Invoke Justice. Interesting. So... Put a creature... Yep. Oh, okay, that's fun. So here's what we do next. I'm thinking... We do Graveyard Trespasser. If they let us. Boom. Okay, we're going to... One with the multiverse. Okay. We can do this. Yep. Okay. Let's see. They'll cast that, just to force them to cast it. could regret that, but no, maybe not. Okay. So we'll draw a card. We'll pay a life. That's fine. Oh, nice. So those will all come back if they don't counter whatever we have. If they have farewell, I'm going to be really upset. And we don't have any... Okay. Leyline binding. Alright. That's okay. Because all we do right now is we just Invoke Despair! And now what do you give up? What do you give up, sir? Okay, that's fine. So now what we do is this. Duress. Man, I'm just messing this guy's strategy all up, aren't I? Graveyard hate for the win. Let's go the best of 3. We are against Nemo3267 for our best of 3 matchup. We are on the draw. Or on the play, I'm sorry. I get those mixed up. How do I get those mixed up? We got a nice flippin' curve here. So we could be going with a more of a exile your graveyard sort of thing and all this. So that could be fun. You know what? Let's hold off on that. Let's do this. Let's put that down. Boom. Then we go into Misery's Shadow. In theory. See what happens. Depends on what Nemo does. Are we in mirror match? That'd be fun. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like it at this point. Unless... Well, let's see where we go. Alright, well, if Nemo3267 will be so kind as to play their next play, we'll go from there. Who's watching World Cup, by the way? Ecuador just took down Qatar. 2-0 it looks like, or 2-0, as they say. Let's see, Mr. Nemo. Do we just get a free win because he lags out? It would appear so. Alright, well. We'll cast Lil. And we'll make him discard. I think we will... We'll discard one of these. Now remember, we can have them discard creatures, and it's only when they die, so it's only when it goes from the battlefield. So... I'm not sure what Mr. Nemo is doing here, but... we shall see. Alright, well. Okay. I guess we go to the the next matchup. Alright, I guess. By the way, check out my white weenie video. That was a fun one. That was a fun one to do. Let's see what we got. I'm thinking maybe Nemo got mana shorted or whatnot. So that could have been the thing. I did see that they got rid of an Invoke Despair. I'm wondering if they kept a 1-land hand. And we're like, hey, I immediately regret this decision. It's all good. The thing I like about this deck is it's got a nice curve out to it. You get the right cards. You can curve it out nice. Now this one, that one's fine because we throw down the sleeper and we can bump that up. Nemo mulligans down to 6. That's okay. Alright, well, off we go. Alright. Okay, we are in business. We are going to do this. Swing. Whoop. Mono black, huh? Graveyard Trespasser. Okay, that's fine. Because we're not, like, doing anything, so. I think we do go with this. Yes, we do that. And we just ship one of our Lils. I didn't think I was willing to pay the cost there. Though I could have cast a Lil and not have to discard another, but oh well. That's actually what I was looking for. That was actually the right play. We will get a little bit of blech here, but that's okay. Because what happens next is they're just gonna die here. So, sacks that. Bye-bye, Sheoldred. It's nice knowing you. Boom. Off we go. And that could be mine next turn. That could be mine next turn. So we'll see what happens. Oh, okay, you're doing the same thing. How fun is that? You're doing a relatively similar play here, so I think what we do then is Invoke Despair, maybe? Well, the thing is, I don't want to discard a card, so we gotta hold up on the Lil. Because I don't want to discard either of these, because I want that dang Sheoldred dagnabbit. Okay, Evolved Sleeper. Totally cool. Totally cool. Do I just do the Cruelty of Gix? I think we have to really... Ugh. Well, here's the deal. If we draw into a land, I can totally activate the Lil. Just ship the land. Or if it's like a discard spell or something like that. And ship that. And then just cast Cruelty of Gix, I think. And then just bring back their Sheoldred onto my end. And that's not a bad option. Okay, that's the play we wanted. So here's what we do. We are going to discard a card. In theory, they'll have to discard. You don't have a choice. Okay, that's alright. That's alright. We'll just ship the Swamp. Oh, they had a Takenuma. Okay. So here's what we do. Cruelty of Gix. That is cruel. It is cruel indeed. Now my next question is, do I want to go right away into the, just bringing back the Sheoldred, or do I just kind of find a card? I think we just search, to be completely honest. We'll lose 3 life, but yeah, but at the same time, I don't want to risk... And they're just gonna time me out. Alright, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna play it this way. We're gonna search our library for a card. You know what? I'm gonna take this. Take that, and we'll pass the turn. See, the problem is this can be triggered for whatever reason. It's got that pumpable ability, and I don't think Nemo realizes it. Or if they do, then... Now watch. I was gonna say, Invoke Despair may have been the one that would have been bad, but that's alright. And now they're looking over what's about to befall them. Alright, Mr. Nemo3267, let's see if we can do our thing here. I'll take some damage, I'm okay with that. Alright, they'll take out my low, I'm fine with that. I'm actually honestly fine with that. No blocks. So I'll just get my... Let's see, why didn't they pump that up?
When they hit back.
Oh well, I don't know. Or they just draw a card. Oh, interesting. Oh, well that's fun. You know, just bring a Sheoldred back. I'm okay with that. Boom. And now you can go bye-bye. I'll draw cards. I'll gain life. You will be in trouble. Boom. Oh, wow. Look at that. Alright, let's go to the postmortem. So we rank up to Silver 2! I'm telling you, black, mono black, too much for people. Let's go to the postmortem. So one can see that this deck is incredibly versatile. I mean, it's got some interactions that don't look like they should work, but yet they do. It's really interesting because, again, you can have the Graveyard Trespasser out. You can have Misery's Shadow on the board, which of course exiles stuff. But the truth is that there's just so much fun interaction. And even if the Misery's Shadow isn't on the board, Cruelty of Gix can come in and bring those creatures back. So it's a really fun deck. I really enjoy playing this. You know, mono black, I like monocolored decks. I mean, really, give me a mono colored deck any day of the week and I'll play it to my heart's content. It's really, really fun deck. You don't have to worry about multiple colors and hitting your, you know, hitting a certain type of land and stuff like that. But I really enjoy mono black. I always have. I hope you liked this video. If you liked what you saw, leave a like, leave a subscribe, and as always, my magic malcontents, may all your draws be godlike and may all your spells hit the board. Risen Dragon is out. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.